Thank you for joining this session, Tushar. So first of all, welcome to Q Labs for you. And this is one-on-one connect session. I usually try to connect with the different domain members which are like interested into QA profile and they have some doubts. So whatever doubts they will raise out, we discuss in this session. And whatever the solutions I can provide, I just give my views on those questions. Okay. So what I got from you that you are into HR and you are looking for like into the manual or into the QA profile, right?
Yes,
Okay. So Tushar, before moving further on this topic, first of all, can you just a little bit introduce yourself, like what you are doing right now and how much you have experience into that particular domain?
sure, Shrikant. I'll give you a brief overview.
Mhm.
So, I did my MBA. I finished my MBA in 2022.
Okay.
Before my second year, I
Mhm.
was placed in Technoworld Hyderabad.
Okay.
It's an IT services and consultancy company, and I work here as a talent acquisition specialist.
Okay.
Okay, so I did an internship of 9 to 10 months with the Technoworld as a talent acquisition specialist, and last year I was converted to a full-time employee in July.
Okay.
So
Okay.
as a talent acquisition specialist, it's almost been 1 year, 10 months of experience, 10
Mhm.
months internship and 1 month full time.
Okay. Fine.
I really like whatever it is that I'm doing, and the standard of work that is here in technology is also really good. And
Mhm.
I've got to learn a lot of things, and my performance also seems to be good. But
Okay.
uh, I believe that I can work on better business problems, and I want to explore other areas also. I
Got
do
it.
not wish to be into sort of a profession where most of my job is calling and reaching out to people
Okay.
and working on negotiations. I believe that a little bit of a functional consultant sort of a role, or maybe a quality engineer some kind of a role, would
Mm-hmm.
be more sustainable. It's
Okay.
just a little bit of my thought process on this.
Okay. Okay. So, Tushar, you have already did the MBA, then did the internship, then you are into like permanent employee. So everything was going fine, and as you said that you want to do something else, right? So there are other fields also. Why you have decided specifically for QA? I mean, there must be some trigger point, right?
Yes, there is actually. So I actually have worked on multiple roles as a part as a recruiter, right?
Okay.
All the roles within my organization, because it's an IT services and consultancy company. I've hired developers, I've hired quality analysts, I've hired architects. On
Mm-hmm.
all roles, I have worked on almost on many technologies as well. Not all, but many technologies.
Okay.
So I have hired for quality engineers within my team also. I have
Okay.
hired till lead quality analyst level. And
Mm-hmm.
since I have worked on this role, I know that as a non-technical person coming from a completely non-technical background, BCom plus MBA,
Mm-hmm.
transition into this role would be far less difficult than into a complete technical sort of a role.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
is the primary reason,
Okay.
because these sorts of roles, right, functional
Mm-hmm.
consultant and
Mm-hmm.
quality analyst, I
Mm-hmm.
believe with a little bit of a focused effort, my
Mm-hmm.
transition would be a bit more feasible compared to other roles.
Right, right. Okay, so like you have shared the trigger point. Now, I mean, I'm just curious to know, is there any plan in your mind how you are going to achieve this goal? I mean, you have idea, you have already selected lead level QA specialist, right? So you must have the JD itself. What kind of role they
Yes.
are doing, and even if you are if you have hired for 3 years, then they have some different roles, right? Roles and responsibilities. So I guess you must be aware what kind of jobs they are doing. So there must be some plan in your mind, right? So I want to know that plan first.
So right now, I
Mm-hmm.
would say that I'm taking guidance from my family, my cousins who are into this field.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's like my cousin himself like referred your like this connect with you. His name is Yogesh Suri.
Right.
So yeah, he is guiding me on that. I'm doing some courses onto functional consultant and onto quality engineering also. I'm
Okay.
planning to do. I've
Okay.
started with the like functional consultant sort of courses on
Okay.
Udemy.
Okay.
And for quality engineering,
Mm-hmm.
my roommate himself is a quality analyst, so I get a little bit idea from him, and a little bit idea I'm taking from my cousin.
Okay, okay,
I'm
fine.
not enrolled into any course as
And
such for quality engineering as of
right, right, right. I mean, you are getting the knowledge from different members who are already doing this kind of job. So you are
yes,
taking the real kind of knowledge, not the theoretical one, correct?
yes, real, yes, industry knowledge basically,
Correct, correct, correct.
little bit
That
like how
that
it goes
is
and all.
fine. Okay, fine. Fine. So, I mean, you are on the correct path, what I can say right now, because mostly what others are doing, they just go for textbooks and they just read out the definitions and prepare themselves for the interview. That is fine, totally fine, because from interview point of view, that is correct. Everyone is looking for definitions, but in real time project, you have to work with real time of test data or real time of situation, real time of scenarios, and everything will be not specific or mentioned in the books which we usually learn from the books, right? So that is the best approach you are doing. Apart from that, what I can suggest or what I can share with you, whenever you are going for any interview for any QA profile, I mean, irrespective of functional QA or automation or manual, what kind of traits which we are looking, because I'm also into the technical recruitment part. So I'm just taking some interviews time to time for different resources. So what kind of qualities which I am especially looking for, and I guess most of the organizations are also looking for those qualities. So if you have those qualities, that is fine. If you don't have, you can start building up those qualities, so that whenever someone start taking the interviews, they can just analyze, yes, these factors are already covered on this particular reports. Okay, so first of all, which we are like looking for, that is the attention to details. I mean, how much you are conscious to the details which we are providing for the testing. Suppose you have some documents, and after reading the documents you have to write the test cases. I guess you are familiar with these terms, test cases, requirement document, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, okay, no issues. And if you want, I mean, real kind of knowledge or real kind of use, when we call test cases and when we call scenarios, so for that you can also refer my ongoing series which is going on, and there I'm just teaching how someone will onboard directly into the project and how things will work for a QA specialist. So suppose if you are going to be selected or you got any job into any organization, so there are some procedures, there are some steps or some terminologies you have to follow. So those you can also get it from those videos itself. Otherwise you can also go for, I mean, the textbook that I won't recommend every time, because they have predefined definitions. Okay, and if you will go for real time examples, real time definitions, then that would be great. Okay, so what I'm just saying that you have some requirements. From those requirements, you have to analyze what exactly you have to test, and accordingly, you will finalize some of the scenarios, some of the test cases. So if you are very much conscious and you know the requirement, you pay the attention on the requirements, you will create positive as well as negative cases which cover the entire application. So for that we are looking for those candidates who are very conscious on the details which we are providing. Okay, and you have some analytical or problem solving abilities, because every time whenever you find any bugs or any issues on the application, it is not right that you should directly report to the developer. If you go by definition, so everyone will say that yes, once you find the bug, just simply raise it on I mean, Zira is a tool from where you can raise a issue. Okay, so and assign it to the developer. But it is I mean, it is a way, but what I prefer that you should first figure out what is the exact issue, why it is coming. So if you know the root cause, if you know the problem, why it is coming, in that way you will get more knowledge about the application, about the code, about the logics in the application. So in this way you can have better understanding about the application. So that we are especially looking for. So for that we share some puzzles. So if you are preparing for the QA, you also prepare some of the puzzles which are available on the internet. Okay, so try to solve them, because at least 2 to 3 puzzles you may be asked in the interviews. Okay, and those are especially for checking your analytical as well as your problem solving abilities, apart from the technical or the soft skill part. Okay, and you must have some time management skills also, because whenever you are working on any QA project, so yes, it is very easy from the transition point of view, but it is difficult from working point of view, because as a QA you have to manage lot of things, okay, in the project. So you have to distribute your time so that you can deliver the things on time with quality. Okay, so for that you must have some time management strategies that you can follow up. So for that you can also check for Udemy, there are different courses, and you can take some courses from those. You can get the knowledge how you can divide the work or time in a better or efficient way. Okay, and if you are a QA, you must have heard, or you have already seen that effective communication is also required in the JD itself, right? You have to
Yes.
connect with the client, you have to connect with the team members. Okay, so although you have knowledge, technical knowledge, you have everything, but if you are not able to communicate with your team members, that is not fine, because sometimes things will like that you have to report directly to the client. So in that case you must have effective the communication. And this field is you in this field you have to learn every day. Suppose if you have started working on any profile that is totally on the manual, after some time you have to start on the automation, and in the automation you have different tools in the market, different languages in the market. So according to the language you have to pick the tool, and tools will be based on your current application, which application you are using. Suppose you are using the React JS application, so in that case you will definitely go for any JavaScript based automation tool. Okay, otherwise you can directly go for Java with Selenium. Okay, so these things you have to learn with the time, but yes, you must have some learning attitude. So these things we are expecting from any QA in any project. Okay, so any doubt till now you have, or any question till now you have?
No, Shrikant, I'm clear.
Okay, okay, fine. Tushar, one more question from my end. You have idea about QA. So, do you think that QA is exactly required in any software? Is there any need? Don't think of the profiling. Yes, there are a lot of jobs, but as a person, if I'm asking you, is there a need of QA from your point?
Yes, there is.
Okay,
Yes,
and
there is.
why?
Sorry.
Why?
Why? Because quality analysis, like quality engineering, is very, very important. We
Mm-hmm.
won't be able to understand how good of a project we are delivering to our client,
Okay.
or whether our product is going to like be maintained.
Okay.
Either product, if
Mm-hmm.
we have a product, or if we are a services and consultancy company, the project that we are going to deliver, the
Mm-hmm.
features and all,
Mm-hmm.
whether or not their quality is justified, whether or not those features will work ultimately,
Okay.
we
Anything else?
need
I don't.
testing.
Okay.
So they are definitely required.
Okay, fine. I was just asking because if you want to move into QA, you must have the idea why we are going for this profile, why it is required. Okay, because when I have started this journey, first question that came in my mind, why we need this profile? Because someone is developing the code, why he will do the mistakes, right? So at that time, I was just thinking, but now when I have this much of experience, I got to know that developers sometimes do the mistakes, sometimes requirement mismatch is there, sometimes
Yes,
at the initial stage the requirement is different, but later on due to some technical solutions the requirement got changed. Okay, so these are the reasons. Sometimes the environment related issues, so there are a lot of issues. So if we are not there in the team, we are a gatekeepers, right? So if we are not taking care of the application, then
right.
definitely as a user we will face a lot of issues. Okay, so yes, QA is required. Okay, so Tushar, you have idea about QA. So do you have idea what all different, career path? Suppose if you are right now into HR, then successfully you moved into the QA. So what is the future? I mean, down the line after 5 years, what you are expecting on this QA profile? Do you have any idea what is the path in QA? Career
So
path?
sure,
Hello.
sure. So I have tried to understand the trajectory that people
Mhm.
in my own company,
Okay.
the trajectory that they follow. So here, people join as an intern, they convert into a quality analyst, then senior QA, then lead QA. After
Okay.
that, they either move into a role as an associate engineering manager. They
Mm-hmm.
get converted into that sort of a role.
Okay.
That's sort of a role wherein they are part of a delivery also a little bit, or
Okay.
else they completely move on to automation side as a QA architect.
Okay. Okay.
So
Anything else?
these are the trajectory. No, that's it what I have seen here within. So I believe that I would be more on to problem solving side.
Okay.
So starting with manual,
Mm-hmm.
uh, working, trying to understand automation later on, and
Mm-hmm.
after that focusing more on testing through coding.
Okay, fine, fine.
Yeah.
So yes, Tushar, you have idea about these different, I mean, levels in the testing. I mean, different designations. But yes, there are other options also. Okay, so I'm just sharing you other options, so that once you will start learning, you must have some clear path. How you will start from manual and how you will move further down the line, 5 years or 10 years. Okay, so yes, you will start with manual, then you can move further. I mean, you can start learning different coding languages, and then you can move into the automation. That is definitely one of the best choice. I mean, from that point of view, that opportunities are a lot of there. Okay, in the automation.
Yes. Yes.
But there are other options also. Those are overlooked by many of the QA members. Those I am highlighting
Okay.
on every video. That
Mm.
first one is the performance testing. Okay, so performance
Okay.
testing is one of the key area right now in the testing. Okay, every
Okay.
application, every client is looking for performance tester, and I'm frankly speaking you that these performance tester are very less in the market. Okay, because they have less, I mean, awareness. Okay, and there are a lot of tools, even though, I mean, JMeter, Blaze Meter, or GetLink, but still, if we figure out in any organization how many performance testers are there, there are very less. Okay, so this is a field where you can also go for without any coding knowledge, I mean. Okay, if you go for, I mean, for the JMeter or Blaze Meter, you need not to worry about the coding. Okay, but yes, if you are good into technical, you have interest into the programming, you can go for GetLink. For that you can learn Scala, or you can learn Java. You can prepare those script with the coding language also. So there are options. You can go with coding as well as without coding. So I'm like sharing these knowledge because everyone is just running for the automation, and for the automation
Mm.
you must have the coding skills. So most of the resources or most of the professionals are like are having fear of learning the coding skills. Okay, so that is
Okay. Okay.
that is a main field which is right now overlooked mostly by the QA professionals. Apart from that, I mean, the performance, you can also opt for the security. Okay, you can also go for the security testing. There are very less resources in the market. This is another field. Okay, so it,
Security testing.
yes, it is under QA, but it is again not totally involved. I mean, everyone is not going for the security. So if you are into the technical, if you have that learning abilities, you want to solve the problems, you can also go for the security. Okay, so I'm just sharing the different options with you. It's up to you. You have to analyze your abilities, and according to the abilities, you have to figure out the path. Okay, I'm not saying that
Mm.
you can go for the security, you should go for performance. Okay, because everyone has some different skill sets. Okay, so according to the
Mm.
abilities, we should choose the right path. Okay, then you can also go for database testing. Okay, right now we are also doing database or backend testing. Backend testing means API testing. Okay, earlier, if I say before 5 years, so at that time we were doing only front end testing. So for the front end testing, we
Okay.
have a lot of front end automation tools. But right now we are like more focusing on the API testing also. And why so? Because if you are working on the APIs, then you have better business or business logic, business requirement things. You have better things in your mind, okay, about the product. So that is also recommended. And what usually happen that whenever any project will start, so first of all, these APIs will start working. I mean, developers start working on the APIs, then they will start working on the front end after integrating the APIs. So if we will cover the API testing first, it means we will I mean, remove lot of bugs at the initial stage itself, okay. Because if the issues are resolved at the API level, at the core logic level, so after the integration, when we
Yes.
have the front end, we have less bugs only with respect to UI, right? So that is the reason right
Yes.
now backend specific jobs are also available in the market for the QA. Okay,
Mhm.
okay, fine. And I mean, you have more curiosity or more learning attitude, then you can also go for DevOps. Once you will into the QA, you have I mean, sufficient knowledge about 3 years or 4 years. Then if you want to switch into another profile, you can directly move into the DevOps after just taking some of the trainings, because some of the part we are already doing in the QA. Okay, so you can also go for DevOps. I'm sharing this particular knowledge with you because you can have better plans. Okay, because right now DevOps is also trending. You have heard of, right?
Yes. So DevOps testing, you are saying, Shrikant?
I mean, just saying that into the testing, suppose if you are into the testing after 3 or 4 years, you want to, I mean, upskill yourself, you want to grow your career further. Okay. So in that case, you can also go for the DevOps. Suppose if you are not interested into the automation or not interested into performance. Okay. So in that case, you can go for the
Okay.
DevOps. Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Fair.
So these are the I mean, the technical. And one more field you can opt for, that is RPA, robotic process automation. Okay. So in that case, you not need to go for any kind of coding. There are codeless automation. Okay. So for that,
Okay.
in the market there are a lot of tools available. Okay. You can go and you can directly automate the entire process. Okay. And I mean, you have heard about these Oracle and Workday, these applications, right? These have different business processes. So you can directly automate those processes itself with the help of these RPA tools, which are available in the market. But yes, these tools are very costly. Okay, so if you are thinking that you can get a job in any startup or any middle range company, okay, so that is not possible, because the cost of these tools are very high and they are not open source. So that is the drawback, I mean, from learning point of view. But yes, they have a lot of hike, they have a lot of opportunities. Okay, so
Okay.
this you can also opt once you into the QA, and then you can like think of, yes, I can move into the RP. Apart from these technical, because I consider these profile into technical, you can also go for non-technical profiles like BA, product owner, Scrum Master, okay, project manager. I think you have heard about these profiles also, right?
Yes. Yes, Shrikant.
Okay. So if you are into any project, so these are the key members in the project also, like the Scrum Master, who is a middleman, who is handling the project. I mean, the bridge between the product owner and the team. Okay, so you can also go for the Scrum Master. You can go for the product owner if you have better understanding about the business. You can opt for these profiles for the BA and get the requirement directly from the client and then share with your team members. So again, you can go for, but yes, this is not kind of technical profile. So if you have interest into technical, then you have to decide different path. Okay, any
Sure.
doubt or anything that is coming into your mind right now?
Yes. So, if I wish to apply as a fresher for
Mm-hmm,
this
mm-hmm,
QA beginner sort of a role, in
mm-hmm.
order to get an opportunity at any organization,
Okay.
as a fresher, what do I need to like? Do I need to do any course
Okay. So,
or?
oh, yes, 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 yes. Very good question, because you can, like, I mean, there are a lot of stuff available on YouTube, frankly speaking, free of cost. There is no need for going any courses or anything, right? But the problem is, you are into the this HR profile and you have some experience. I mean, you are not current year pass out, first of all thing, right? So there are many companies who are hiring the the freshers directly from the colleges. Okay, so now if you move into the QA, you learn the things from the YouTube. Let's take example. Okay, you have sufficient knowledge. Okay, then you can apply. So there are chances that companies will call you for the interview. Okay, but they will select or not select, that totally depends on your interview. But the frequency of calling you, that might be less. Okay, because they are
Yes.
only looking for current year, and they do the bulk hiring from the colleges. Okay, and
Yes. Yes.
right now I'm closely monitoring this thing, because recession is already going on. Okay, and a lot of freshers are approaching me for this job things. And fresher that comes from the current year as well as the back years. Okay, so I'm just figuring out. I'm trying to connect with different organizations, the startup ones. Okay, so if you are willing to work on the startups, then that is fine, you will get the job definitely. But if you have mind that I should go for MNCs, or I should go for some middle range companies, and they have some specific criterias, right? So in that case, that is difficult. If you're pretty much open to work on any organization from the startup, you are ready to learn things. Okay, then that is fine, because in the startup, yes, they don't bother whether you are the current year or the back years. That doesn't matter. They are only looking for the candidates who have better knowledge, and who is ready to learn, as well as ready to work on the pressure environment. Because on these startups, there are a lot of pressures. So this is the thing that I
Yes.
want to just highlight you, because if you are getting the opportunities, you have to work on. Okay, so it's up to you. Okay, so for that, for your problem, I have just one solution. You can also opt for any training where you can get the job assistance. Suppose I will give you an example. You can go for Q Spider. Okay, Q Spider is a institute where you can go and learn the things, and they will give you the job assistance. Okay, so that is the thing. But if you think of that, I'm ready to learn or ready to work in any startup, then there is no need to go for any institute. You can learn from the YouTube. If you want any help on QA related topics, you can take help from me, or any instructor who are right now available on YouTube or LinkedIn. You can take help, no issues on that. But it's up to you what you want right now. Okay, so accordingly you have to decide. But yes, let's take example. You are right now learning from the YouTube, you are learning from your cousin or from any team members. Okay, so in that case, what I'm suggesting you, that you should prepare your resume according to the QA profile first of all. Okay, because for every
Mhm.
profile, that is a secret I'm just sharing you, that suppose you get a JD for any particular profile. So first of all, figure out what all key points they have mentioned. You have to add those key points into your resume first. Okay, so that they will select.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the thing that I am doing, that, and that's for sure. Okay, but yes, it's up to you how you will handle or tackle the things on the interview. Okay, so that's up to you, because suppose you will go for any backend automation or backend manual testing. Let's take example. So for that, they will mention that candidate should have better knowledge on the Postman. Okay, Postman is a tool for the manual testing of the APIs. Okay, so you have knowledge or not, but if you are willing to work on that particular profile, you just mention it on the on your resume, that you have exposure, not the experience. There is a difference between experience and the exposure. Okay, so you can mention that I have exposure on Postman, and make it bold in your resume. Okay, so that it will be highlighted for the any recruiter. Okay, and just try to learn the basics of these Postmen from the YouTube. That is fine. Okay, because everyone in the interview, when they are going to hire you, they just ask you basic questions first. Okay, they're not willing to ask any tough questions or any tough complex logic, how you will automate I mean the scenarios which have multiple data things or anything. Okay, they will ask very basic questions, how you will close the browser, how will you I mean open the browser into the Firefox, how will you navigate into next window. So these are very basic things, so you have to learn basic things. Okay, so first of all, you can prepare your resume according to different profiles, and every profile have I mean different JD, different roles and responsibilities. So according to that, you can go for that. Learn practical knowledge, which you are right now already doing. That is great. Okay, you can also prepare for interview. I mean, go for mock interviews. Don't directly go for the interviews because you don't have real time experience on the QA side. Okay, so suppose if you got the chance for the interview on upcoming days, just give a mock interview to any of your I mean known, who is best in the industry from the QA point of view, so that they will give you the feedbacks. I'm just suggesting you, because if you miss that chance, might be you have to struggle more for next opportunity, right? So always go for the mock interviews. So these are the things you can also go for. And you have LinkedIn profile, right?
Yes.
Okay, so try to prepare LinkedIn profile in such a way that you have exposure in QA. I mean, not the experience, exposure in QA, and try to connect with those members who are already into the QA profile or recruiting the QA members. So in that way, sometimes they will also go and review your profile, and accordingly they can directly call you or directly message you on the LinkedIn. So that you can also
Yes.
follow.
Yes.
Okay, so that is the thing. And apart from that, you can I mean learn different modules from ERP, I mean enterprise applications. I guess you are already doing that part for I mean for Oracle or for Workday. You can go for different modules, learn those modules, and you can I mean go for those profiles also. Like you are into the HR, so if I talk about Workday or this Oracle, they have a module that is human capital management. Okay, so if you learn those
Yes.
modules, right, so because you have existing knowledge on the HR, then you will learn the things from next tool, so you can use your existing knowledge in the next field. So in that case, if you
Yes.
have better knowledge about the modules, then you can opt for different tools which are already available in the market for these enterprise application automation. If you go for, I mean, there are tools like Tosca. Okay, and there are different tools related to, I guess I have listed down some of them. Yes, Leapwork, you can go for Leapwork. You can go for Opkey. Okay, or Kianos. So there are different tools you can search out on the Google. Okay, so according to those tools, I mean, you can learn the basics, because they are mostly the paid one. Okay, so just try for the free trial versions and get the things from those tools, so that if you have knowledge, you can mention that yes, I have exposure about these tools in your resume. So according to that, you can apply for different jobs with respect to these enterprise applications, because this field is also overlooked again by the QA members. Okay, and in this field, I mean, there is no need for the coding itself, because these tools are I mean no coding required on these tools. They have some keyword driven methods, and according to those methods, you can just call those keywords and add it into your flow, and you will run the script. Sometimes they have already scripts available, so you can directly run those scripts, maintain those scripts. So there is no need on the coding level learnings. Okay, so these are the options you can opt for, and these are the suggestions how you can move into the QA when you are into the HR. You have any other doubt which we can discuss before closing the call?
Uh, yeah. Thank you, Shrikant. It's a very comprehensive idea that you've given about different things.
Yes.
So, I am also like doing a course on Oracle Fusion HCM implementation
Mhm.
alongside on
Okay.
Udemy.
Okay.
So,
So.
because I'm targeting such a kind of profile, like as a functional consultant or
Mhm.
as a QA both,
Okay.
as I told you earlier also.
Mhm. Right.
So, I
Right.
think these like ideas that you've given on your side, this will definitely help. I wasn't aware of a lot of things.
Okay, no issues, and I will recommend that if you have time, you just go for these live training sessions, which I am uploading on every week. I guess 3 sessions are already available on the channel. You can go for those sessions. So in that sessions, I have explained the QA related things. Okay, I mean the regression, the smoke, what is grooming, what is planning. So these are also required if you are into the QA
Yes.
profile. Okay, I mean, irrespective whether you are a functional QA, whether you are a automation QA, these are the terminologies which are required. What is agile? Okay, what is product backlog? What is sprint backlog? Everything is available on the channel. You can go for it, and you can learn a lot of things. Okay, and whatever you are doing right now, I mean, learning things from the Udemy, that is already you are doing great. Okay, and these things which you can, I mean, add on, I mean these are the add-ons for you, so you can go for that. Okay, apart from that, if you need any assistance or any help on any topic, where I can at least help you, you can reach out to me anytime. I will try to help you as much as possible as per my experience. Okay, and if I don't have the answers, I will reach out to my seniors also to help you out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shrikant, can I get your contact?
Yes, definitely. I will share you on the email. That is fine.
Yes, it works. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Tushar, for your time, and hope we will connect next time also. But yes, when we connect on the next time, you will be on the QA profile. Okay.
Yes. Thanks a lot, Shrikant. This
Okay.
session was really good. It was really helpful.
Okay. Thank you, Tushar.